What's going on? How you doing? My name is David the Crook, and welcome to today's video of Mixing Monday, where every Monday I release a video relating to mixing and mastering, whether it's mixing beats, mixing vocals, mastering beats, or mastering vocals. Today's video is about mixing rod wave type vocals, but before we get into the video, I want to remind you to subscribe and drop a like. I'll put the link to the song down below in the description so you can check out the full song. I'm going to play part of it and then we'll get into the mixing.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Yeah. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn, like what a shame. Homie switch sides, had to go against the grain. You ain't game, I ain't got no time for no lames, and this stainless gon' turn into a stain.
I ended up taking off all the plugins because we will be building the vocal chain from scratch. This is how the vocals sound dry.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice.
To mix the vocals, I will be using stock Logic Pro X plugins as well as other third-party plugins. One of the first things I like doing when I'm mixing vocals is I like keeping the vocals consistent throughout the whole song, and to do that I use a plugin called Outlaw. If you don't have this plugin, you could use like Waves Vocal Writer, or you could go into your DAW and automate it the way you want it. I kept the mix at 50%. I don't want the automation to make the vocal sound robotic. I kind of want that human feel onto the vocals. That's why I'm only grabbing 50%.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby.
And then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add Waves RVox. And then what this is gonna do, it's gonna compress the vocals a bit more and bring it up forward.
Stainless gonna turn him to a stain. Let him flex the band. 30 kick a dough and get the pay. I done told you that we control the pain. It's a big boy game.
And then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a de-esser, tame some of the S's right now.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs. I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby.
After adding the de-esser, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this SSL, and the reason I'm gonna use this one is for the color that it's gonna add to the vocals, and then just use the EQ to shape the vocals, cut out some of the low, cut out some boxiness, and then boost up some of those highs.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Homie switch sides, had to go against the grain. You ain't game, I ain't got no time for no lames, and this stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Yeah. You ain't never felt my pain. Said this stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Let him flex the band. 30 kick a dough and get the pay. I done told you that we control the pain. It's a big boy game. Make him call me daddy and get spanked. I'm the dude that's been moving up the ranks. You get packed out quick. Stripping for the J's and the chains. You just talk me and you is not the same. My game really about action. Drop what it is and get to clapping. I'm gon' slide for my brother automatic. Put the semi-automatics. We gon' lead the whole scene.
I boosted up 16K, about 5 dBs, and then I did boost up around 6K, 1 dB, and then I took out some of that boxiness. I also added a little bit of compression. Then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another EQ. I'm gonna use a vintage tube EQ from Logic. I'm gonna be boosting up 100 Hertz just to add some beefiness onto the vocals. The only thing is that you don't want to boost it up too much, just because you will like introduce mud into the vocals.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Yeah. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn, like what a shame. Homie switch sides, had to go against the grain. You ain't game, I ain't got no time for no lames, and this stain.
I ended up boosting 12K around 3.5.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby.
This is how it sounds with the plugin.
Big stressing, I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn.
And from here, what I'm doing is I'm gonna add another compressor.
You ain't game, I ain't got no time for no lames, and this stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Yeah. You ain't never felt my pain. Said his stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Let him flex the bend. Dirty kick a dough.
The reason I'm gonna use this one is because it's gonna give it more of that studio feel. So that's kind of like the feeling we're going for. We want to keep the emotion in the vocals. I'm gonna add another compressor, but this compressor I'm gonna be using is a CLA2 by Waves. I'm gonna put it on full reset, and then I'm gonna turn this high knob like around halfway, and I'm just gonna go for like 2 dBs worth of gain reduction.
I could barely trust my dog's big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn.
I'm gonna add a de-esser, take out some of those S's, that way it's not so harsh.
Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn. Like what a shame. Homie switch sides.
So what Siblings is doing, these are like the S's that are just taken out.
For the call, baby. Yeah. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make.
I'm gonna add one last compressor. The style that we're going for, we do want a good amount of compression. The compressor I'm gonna be using is called Smasher. What this is gonna do is it's gonna parallel compress the main vocals. It mixes the both signals, and then it just gives the vocals a lot fuller, more saturated feel.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Yeah. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn. Like what a shame. Homie switch sides, had to go against the grain. You ain't game. I ain't got no time for no lames, and the stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Yeah. You ain't never felt my pain. Said his stainless gon' turn him to a stain. Let him flex the bend.
Then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an S1 imager. What this is gonna do is gonna spread out the vocals. It's gonna make the vocals feel a bit wider.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops.
I put out 0.15, that way it's not outside of this blue thing, but it's kind of just pushing the limits. It stays within a good range when people are hearing it in headphones. I'm gonna be busting some plugins onto the vocals. So the first thing I'm gonna be busting is Little Radiator. What this is gonna do is gonna add more color onto the vocals.
I could barely trust my dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby. Yeah. Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice, you gon' have to make all the ops fall, baby. Damn. Like what a shame. Homie switch sides, had to go against the grain. You ain't game.
And then from here, what I'm doing is I'm gonna add some H delay.
You ain't never felt my pain.
And it's at 1/8. And then I have it sidechained with our compressor.
Make him call me daddy and get spanked. I'm the dude that's been moving up the ranks. You get packed out quick. Stripping for the J's and the change. You just talk me
and then the first reverb is Space Designer. It's big plate. For rod wave type vocals, you kind of want those big wide reverb. Did cut out some of those lows, boost up some of those high mids, and then cut out some of the highs.
Dogs, baby. I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby.
And I have an MV2 just to take out more of the reverb. I also did sidechain a little bit of the reverb onto the vocals, that way, because the reverb is a little bit bigger and it carries out a bit more, so I just kind of want to compress some of it. The reverb pops out more on the pauses rather than when he's rapping.
I could barely trust my dogs, big stressing. I'm just waiting for the call, baby.
And then the last reverb by Bust was a reverb plate 140. The decay time, I have it at about 4.5. The Model 2, I have the blend all the way up. I added some drive.
Do you really want it all, baby? Spin back twice.
I also cut out some of those lows, boosted up some of those highs, and then I did add an MV2. It's just to take out that ending of the reverb.
I ain't got no time for no lames, and this stainless gon' turn into a stain. Yeah. You ain't never felt my pain. Said this stainless gon' turn into a stain. Let him flex the bend.
And then depending on how much reverb you want to add, I would probably just remove a little bit more. Right now I think I added a bit too much. Now if you want to get your song mixed and mastered by me, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or on my website. Everything will be down below in the description. Now I want to remind you to subscribe and drop a like, and I hope to see you in the next video of Mixing Monday. My name is David the Crook. I hope you have a nice day. Peace.